As two of the most successful American rappers of all time, they are friends and have worked together. Snoop Dogg and Eminem are two powerful men who have amassed huge fortunes throughout their careers. Not to mention, of course, that they are great businessmen and know how to enjoy life like few others. But can you tell which of them has the most luxurious life? In today's video, you'll see a fierce battle between Eminem and Snoop Dogg. Both rappers live comfortably in luxurious properties, but which one owns the most expensive property? For example, Snoop Dogg acquired a new, more modern mansion in the city of Diamond Bar, in the state of California. The house is in the coveted gated community of Country Estates, a residential community full of luxurious properties. It's an excellent option for celebrities who want more privacy but don't want to give up their proximity to Los Angeles. With a total area of an impressive 26,000 square feet, the house has 7,000 square feet of living space, distributed over 6 spacious bedrooms, including the master suite located on the first floor, and 6 bathrooms, not to mention the guest toilet. The decor of the property is quite old. After all, it was built in 1977, with a strong presence of solid wood furniture as well as yellowish lighting, which gives the rooms a more cozy feel. The property also has a wood-paneled office, a games room with a pool table, as well as an excellent outdoor area with a large swimming pool for Snoop to cool off in on hot days, a hot tub to relax in, a barbecue area, and a court for the singer to play tennis and basketball. The rapper bought this property in 1998, paying $720,000 at the time. Currently, his home is valued on real estate websites at more than $4 million. Eminem, for his part, is not far behind. Eminem is speculated to have once owned a luxurious residence on Viewmont Drive in the city of Los Angeles, California. The property, built in 2002, is 4,300 square feet in size and is in a prime location in the area with beautiful views of the city. Upon entering the place, it is possible to notice a modern and at the same time minimalist style, being that there are 2 living rooms in the residence, both integrating dining tables facing the glass walls. There is also a kitchen, for luxurious bathrooms with white porcelain tile floors, and other rooms to contemplate the enchanting landscapes of the region, which make this villa a great choice for those seeking sophistication and tranquility. The house also has 3 bedrooms, all of which have glass walls that bring natural light into the interior, while the master suite has doors that open onto a deck, where there is a pool with infinity edges and breathtaking views. According to rumors, Eminem sold the property in 2006, and the property is currently valued at $4,882,700. And for having a slightly more expensive property, Eminem wins this round. Point for him. Both singers spend a lot of money on cars for their garages, but which one has the best car collection? Snoop loves collectibles with historical value, such as his 1974 Cadillac DeVille Lowrider, a vehicle that was once much admired by hip-hop groups in the 90s, and which could currently be worth $15,000. Affectionately nicknamed the Batmobile, the rapper owns a Polaris Slingshot, a little toy that costs, without customization, around $25,000. Some sources say that he has also owned a Chrysler 300C, a classic sedan equipped with a 425 horsepower engine, and that a new one costs around $32,000. One vehicle that Snoop Dogg has had customized to suit his tastes is his Ford Mustang GT, with a blue paint job and the rapper's name stamped on the car window. Although it's not known how much the singer paid for this customization, this new vehicle costs around $35,000. Speaking of classic cars, Snoop Dogg also has a restored and well-preserved 1957 Chevy Bel Air in mint color, which, being a collectible and historic, can be worth more than $50,000. Taking the level of refinement and luxury a notch higher, the rapper owns a Rolls-Royce Ghost, a vehicle that oozes sophistication, good taste, and comfort, which costs around $310,000. Meanwhile, Eminem is discreet and doesn't usually flaunt his cars, but according to GQ magazine, he has owned the following vehicles: a $60,000 Aston Martin V8 Vantage from 2006, a $80,000 Porsche 996 Turbo from 1999, a $95,000 Porsche Carrera GT from 2004, a $110,000 Audi R8 Spider, a $150,000 super sportive American car, the Ford GT from 2005, a $230,000 2012 McLaren MP4-12C, a $250,000 Ferrari 575M Maranello from 2003, a $277,000 Ferrari F430 Scuderia from 2008, a $300,000 Porsche 911 GT3 RS 4.0 from 2011. From the same brand, in 2019 Eminem acquired a Porsche 911 GT2 RS, a vehicle with a rather restricted production, having only 30 units produced, which justifies its $420,000 value. Some sources point out that he also once owned a 2011 Ferrari 599 GTO, one of the Italian super sports car brand's top-of-the-line models, which can be found on the market for sale for up to $500,000, depending on how preserved it is. Eminem finally got his hands on his own Lamborghini Aventador with 690 HP and capable of reaching a top speed of 270 miles per hour. And to get it, the rapper spent about $560,000. Since Eminem spends the most on his vehicles, he wins this round. It's no wonder that both singers have lived in many places in their careers, but who has had the most luxurious real estate? Starting with Snoop Dogg. His first real estate purchase was in 1994, a large house with a total area of 6,460 square feet and 3,700 square feet of living space, located in Claremont, in the U.S. state of California. The singer had already shared a little more about his home with his fans on MTV's From the Vault program. The house has an old architecture, with a classic and rustic design close to the Italian style. And although it is not seen as a glamorous residence today, more than 25 years ago it was considered a real mansion. The property had a recording room where Snoop could work, as well as a beautiful outdoor area where he could play with his children, including a basketball court and an extensive swimming pool. The artist went so far as to renovate and expand the size of the home, until he decided to sell it in 2007. To give you an idea of the value, he bought the property for $660,000 and later sold it for $1.8 million. In addition, it could be that Snoop Dogg has bought a new property, as he is always posting photos and videos on a more modern, all-black indoor basketball court, as well as having other rooms decorated with family portraits that are always the backdrop for photos of his wife. Meanwhile, unlike other celebrities who live in Los Angeles, in upscale neighborhoods like the Hollywood Hills, Eminem prefers to live near Detroit, Michigan, the city where he grew up. His current mansion, built in 1996, is 8,900 square feet in size, located in Clinton Township, where Eminem can live quietly without straying from his roots. The mansion has a more rustic style, having a fountain at the main entrance and being surrounded by several trees. According to media reports, Eminem bought the residence in 2000 for the princely sum of $1,483,500. Raising the price further, the rapper owned another even larger mansion in nearby wealthy Michigan suburb of Rochester Hills. The contemporary architecture mansion that was built in 1986 is 17,500 square feet in size and sits on a 5.7-acre lot. Among the main rooms it has, there is the living room with wood floors and a marble fireplace, which integrates with the sophisticated dining room. There are also 10 bathrooms throughout the site, a kitchen with granite countertops, a modern billiard room, and 6 cozy bedrooms. Outside, there is a large wooded garden and a tennis court, which is also used as a basketball court, as well as having a luxurious swimming pool, which is next to a patio and a lounge with several glass doors. There is also a lake within the lot, a cabin for relaxing, in a 2,000 square foot guest house that features a spacious living room, a kitchen with wood furniture and other amenities. Before Eminem acquired the property, it was owned by former Kmart CEO Charles Conaway until the rapper bought the property in 2003 for $4,750,000. And for having the most luxurious property, Eminem wins this round. Point for him. Both music stars are extremely rich and successful, but which one has the habit of spending more money on a daily basis? Some of the most expensive items that Eminem usually spends money on are watches, such as a Rolex Day-Date with an unusual gold nugget bracelet. This model was certainly customized, which makes it impossible to figure out its price. But the original version of this watch costs about $25,000. Another watch that the rapper owns is an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Quantine Perpetual manufactured in 1995. And its rarity justifies its price of $100,000. But his favorite watch brand is the G-Shock, with their watches being more sporty and cheaper. Eminem really does not leave humbleness behind. Something that Eminem makes a point of investing money in his comic books. He's a big collector, and he doesn't mind having to pay a lot of money on rare magazines, like Amazing Fantasy number 15, a historical Spider-Man issue that can cost almost $500,000, depending on how well kept it was. Snoop Dogg, for his part. In order to dress stylishly, he has a lot of jewelry, such as gold chains. As a tribute to his mother, for example, he has a glittering necklace full of diamonds made at the New York jeweler Tracks, an item that must have cost a fortune. As a tribute to the label responsible for his career, Def Records, Snoop Dogg also has a gold and diamond jewel. And it seems that the singer also likes to give gifts to those he loves. His wife, for example, has posted several photos showing the gift she got from her husband, 2 shiny rings that appear to be covered in diamonds, which must have cost Calvin quite a bit of money. His wife is also always posting her designer acquisitions on Instagram. For example, she owns several Louis Vuitton bags. A very versatile multi-pocket with several compartments that costs $2,360. The Game On bag with playing card designs, a very exclusive item that costs around $2,700. The Onthego model with the brand's larger monogram print, priced at $2,970. An artistic bag with a design by the painter Henry Taylor, an accessory that is made to order and costs around $8,000. And a small yellow suitcase from the brand, a very rare item that can be found for sale for $9,200. Snoop Dogg also likes to dress well for important events. To announce his star on the Walk of Fame, the rapper wore a Gucci jacket and turtleneck sweater for a total of more than $6,000. When it comes to watches, the singer doesn't go cheap. He has already been spotted at an event wearing a Joe Rodeo watch, replete with diamond stones encrusted in the bezel, which costs $6,140. Snoop also owns a Rolex Day-Date 2 in 18K yellow gold with a diamond sampler, luxury accessory costing more than $52,999,000. And since they spend a lot of money on luxury items, we'll consider this round a draw. Points for both. In this round, let's analyze which of the two rappers has the more lucrative businesses, Eminem or Snoop Dogg. Eminem, for example, has companies to his name. To make his presence known in the tech business, Eminem is one of the investors in the startup Maker's Place, a non-fungible token marketplace for buying and selling digital artwork and other creations. He even released his own collection of NFTs, including a video that sold for $100,000. In total, his collection raised $1,780,000 in just one day of sales. In actuality, Eminem is always promoting his NFTs on his social media, which reaches a large audience. After all, he has over 37 million followers on his Instagram. The exact amount of the rapper's investment in the company is unknown, but he was one of the angel investors at $30 million. And surely Eminem must be already seeing some financial return from it. By making use of his fame further, Marshall also sells other products in his online stores, such as shirts printed with his album's covers and CD and DVD kits. Another of the rapper's enterprises is his restaurant called Mom Spaghetti, which already has units in his hometown of Detroit and also in Los Angeles. In the music business, in 1999 he founded his own record label named Shady Records, which has signed contracts with big names like 50 Cent. Not to mention the money the rapper has already made from advertising. As an example, he has participated in campaigns for brands such as the automaker Chrysler, M&M's Chocolates, Brisk Iced Tea, among others. Snoop is not far behind. The artist is co-founder of the venture capital fund Greenhouse Capital, which invests in the cannabis industry, whether for medicinal or recreational use. Greenhouse's portfolio is currently valued at approximately $200 million. Snoop Dogg is one of the world's pioneers in investing in this area, a market that promises to grow even more. He also has a mobile app called Rap Empire, which is a game where the aim is to build a rap empire. Not to mention the fact that Snoop has an online store with various products from his brand, such as clothes and his own recipe books. Being a very up-to-date guy, he also has an eye for technology, having invested in his own virtual land in the metaverse, as well as promising to launch his NFT collection. He will also be investing in his own brand of hot dogs. In the drinks business, the rapper has partnered with the Australian wine brand, putting the 19 Crimes wine brand on the shelves, as well as founding his own successful gin brand, called Endogagen. Speaking of advertising, Snoop Dogg has already signed big contracts to take part in campaigns for brands such as Hot Pocket Sandwich, Pepsi Soft Drink, Bic Pens, Corona Beer, among others. The rapper also makes money on the internet. Instagram, for example, where he has more than 87 million followers, is a great way for him to advertise. And because we don't know how much they make from each business, we'll consider it a tie. There's no doubt that both artists have made a lot of money during their careers. But which one has the biggest fortune? Snoop Dogg, for example. In addition to the income he has made from the sale of his albums, which have sold more than 60 million copies, he pockets around $100,000 for every show he performs. Not to mention the income he earns from playing his songs on digital platforms. Let's not forget that Snoop has also worked in films and series, such as dubbing SpongeBob, The Incredible Rescue, and the Netflix feature Dolomite Is My Name, among many others. The rapper has also taken part in television programs such as the cooking show Martha and Snoop's Dinner Party. And with so many sources of income, being such a well-established personality for so long, Calvin Cortazar has already amassed quite a fortune. According to some sources, Snoop Dogg currently has an estimated fortune of $160 million. Nowadays, as the artist has increasingly invested in successful businesses, his net worth has certainly exceeded this multi-million-dollar figure. Eminem, for his part. To give you an idea of the artist's relevance on the global stage, he has had 10 #1 albums on the Billboard 200, which debuted consecutively at #1 on the chart, making him the first artist to achieve that feat. There are more than 220 million albums sold, which gets him in the top 9 best-selling artists of all time. Another major source of income for the artist are his world tours. The rapper has also a very successful story in digital platforms. With over 53 million subscribers on YouTube, he is the second most followed solo singer channel, second only to Justin Bieber. Some sources estimate that Eminem earns about $20 million per year, taking into account his earnings with music, such as concerts, CD sales, and streaming platforms such as Spotify. In the years when he's actively touring to promote an album, that figure can easily approach $30 to $50 million per year. Taking into consideration his rather stable 25-year-old career, we can quite conservatively speculate that his net equity, that is, after paying all taxes, is approximately $350 million. So it's clear that Eminem wins this round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we have 2 points for Snoop Dogg against 6 points for Eminem, making him the champion of this battle. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.